I've got a lot to do here.
The Spindle Clutch Expedition. Guardian Sudharam, aided by Praxon Dwar, will lead a small expedition of Fighter Guild mercenaries to investigate the caves designated as Spindle Clutch. Rumors have circulated that abnormally large spiders infest the caves. Should the creatures prove threatening, the expedition is hereby ordered to eradicate them with prejudice.
The blasted zombies just keep coming. I don't know how much longer we can hold out. I hope Gabriel finds something to help us sooner rather than later.
One of your soldiers sent me?
Ah, you must be one of Vargos's new recruits. They could certainly use the help, if you're willing to throw in with us for a while.
How can I help?
We've got a literal undead uprising on our hands. Our patrols meet them in the wilds, while our primary mage, Gabriel Benele, searches for a magical relic that will turn the tide. But I'm concerned. A few of the patrols haven't returned.
Do you want me to go look for him?
The Lion Guard doesn't usually look for outside help, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Do what you can to help any patrols you come across. And if you run into Mage Benele, maybe you can help her out as well.
Alright, I'll go see if I can find the missing patrols and your mage.
Stendar bless you.
I have a few questions.
I'll tell you what I can.
Why did you go... Why don't... Oh, never mind. I don't really care. Cathbedrid is not as I remember it. Where I once marveled at the serene grace of this testament to our beloved ancestors, I now gape in horror at what this place has become. Marble statues of long-dead heroes lie broken before the desecration of Angof's corruption. Where noble supplicants bowed heads in reverence to their ancestors, shambling corpses lurk behind every headstone to tear at the throats of the living. Even the lawns, once verdant and bright with flowers of mourning, lie blasted and torn amid the pestilence of the blood thorn. Stand, Lord, protect us. I will see an end to this abomination. Again, my mod that I use, my add-on to see about lore, that broke again. I just noticed. And I did update all my mods before I signed in.
Thanks for the help.
A most
I'll rejoin the rest of
gratifying
our forces
resolution.
now.
I appreciate it.
We can use this.
Not the horse. That poor horse.
Glad you came along. Thanks for the quick rescue.
Thank you.
Stranger, blood of the forebears. Angof's minions are relentless.
What happened here?
We were working with the wizard Benele. I lost track of her when the zombies attacked. Now I'm the only one left. These cultists are desecrating our dead. It's an affront to Tawaka. But my wounds slow my sword.
I can aid you. What needs to be done?
Blood thorns desecrate the Lion Guard soldiers killed in the ruins. They raise them as zombies. If you use my sacred emblem, you can sanctify the corpses. That will prevent them from being raised as undead.
Sure, I'll do as you request.
Your search for knowledge continues. Make better choices! To Apocrypha with you.
We have something important to discuss, but not here. It's not safe. Meet me at the Way Shrine near the Lion Guard redoubt. It's safer there.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Need to find one more dead soldier. Done, and then we got a guy up here.
Thank Kennereth I found you. I don't know how many people I've met have been torn apart by these cultists and their creatures.
Slow down. Tell me what's going on.
I was with Wizard Benelay at the nearby Maravek's Folly, looking for an important relic. When the undead attacked us, we were forced to retreat, but the mage swore she was close to finding something. She did some magic thing and vanished.
She just vanished.
She said that a nearby crypt contained a relic we needed to defeat Angoff. I would have remained by her side, but she just disappeared. I told Commander Ailes what happened, and he said I should find you and let you know.
Any idea where the crypt she talked about might be?
The crypt's got to be somewhere near the ruins of Maravek's Folly. She kept a journal that she was constantly writing in. I'm sure it contains the location of the crypt. Our camp is west of the redoubt. Her journal is probably still there.
What can you tell me about Wizard Benel?
Wizard Benelay is nice enough, but she's not very sensible. She barely looked up from her books and scrolls, even when the fighting got intense. Oh, she'd paused long enough to zap a zombie that wandered too close, but otherwise she was oblivious.
All right, I'll check the campsite and find Wizard Benelli. Wonder why that was a red dialogue. Because usually the red dialogues means you're making a choice. And so that's a little curious. My dear Vanya, the situation has turned grave out here. I can't go into details right now, but know that I am doing everything I can to keep myself safe. I have not been injured, though I have seen some action. The moors in Kingsguard are rife with old ruins, tombs, and other ancient places. On my next rest period, I will see if I can find any valuables in one of the nearby ruins. My friend Maurice was telling tales of Cathbedrid and some old crypt he claims is somewhere nearby. It's called Ebon Crypt, or some suitably gloomy name like that. I plan to return to you with a nice bauble we can sell to create a little nest egg for ourselves. The dead can't do anything with the gold that's buried with them, but we can surely use it. I'll write you again when I can, Ambro.
You return. Have Angoff's minions fallen before your wrath?
I did as you asked.
You've done good and holy work. Troubled souls must be put to rest, so they do not rise again. You have my thanks for taking care of this for me.
Oh, look at he laid his soldiers in a little row. The talisman is here, I'm certain of it. My research indicates that these hills hide the Midnight Talisman, a relic I believe is the key to defeating Angoth. And my further investigations have enabled me to determine the exact hiding place. I know that Commander Marone won't like it, but this opportunity is too good to let pass. I need to retrieve that talisman. There's no time to waste. I believe that the crypt within the cliff face to the north of our camp serves as the talisman's final resting place. Unfortunately, our camp is under assault. Undead creatures relentlessly attack us from all sides. The Lion Guard soldiers grow weary. With each assault they repel. I'll order them to return to the redoubt in the morning, if we make it to the morning. Then I'll head to the cave to the north. I'm more upset by the fact that she just left her guards. Like, she just left them to die. She teleported out. She couldn't even teleport all of them with her. She left them. Quite rude, I tell you. Quite rude. Puking on me, bad zombie.
Most gratifying resolution.
I hate meeting new people when I'm not at my best. Is my hair all right? Are my robes on straight?
Doesn't matter. Commander Ailes sent me to help you.
Commander Ailes? A good man and a good soldier. But how did you find me?
You left your journal at the camp.
I did? I knew I left my journal somewhere. But I haven't told you the most exciting news. I found the Midnight Talisman. With it, we can punch a hole in Angoth's barrier at Cathbadro. We just need to recharge the beautiful little relic.
What's the Midnight Talisman?
Do you like the name? I thought it up myself. Sounds simply ominous, doesn't it? Anyhow, it's a Daedric relic used to manipulate Oblivion portals. If you know how, you can use the talisman to get past arcane barriers. And I know how.
So this talisman is the key to defeating Angoth.
The talisman would be the key to defeating Angoth. If its power wasn't depleted. We need to recharge the talisman. Then we'll finally get our chance to deal with Angoth and take the battle to him. I have a ritual that can recharge the talisman and restore its power. There's an ancient weird site on the beach near here. We can use that as the focus for the ritual.
You're injured. Can you travel?
I just need to rest for a bit. Then I can get myself there and still have enough power for the ritual. Here, take the talisman and head on down. I'll meet you there.
Alright, I'll meet you at the site. Nobody else, none of the other NPCs seem to be concerned about the fact that she pretty much abandoned her fellow soldiers. Like, she made a getaway, left them, and everyone's like, oh, no, that's fine. That's fine.
And tranquility.
Where am I supposed to be going? Actually, I don't even know where I am on the map. Where am I on the map? Oh, man, we're all the way up here? Alright. Is it suicide? It is suicide, but hey! Hello! going in a completely opposite direction. Alright, Xander. We found our way down. This is a weird stream.
You made it. No zombie bites or anything.
Can you explain to me what we're about to do?
I found an inscription in the crypt. It described the relic in remarkable detail. Apparently, the talisman can draw energy from the land itself. Ancient magic saturates this site. It's the perfect place to perform the ritual of recharging.
What happens next?
I perform the ritual. You stand there and look heroic. Simple?
Alright.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Here goes nothing. It's done, but something's not right. That didn't seem right.
What happened? Are you alright?
The ritual worked, but something awful looked at me while I was channeling energy into the relic. I think there's something trapped inside the talisman.
There's something inside the talisman.
Whatever's inside the relic, it's certainly not friendly. We can try to dispel it using the weird revelation stone in the circle just up the beach. Put the talisman on the stone and kill whatever emerges. That will do the trick.
Alright, I'll kill it. What about you?
Just getting down here tired me out more than it should have. I know you can handle whatever's inside the talisman. I'm pretty sure it's just a Banekin or a lesser scamp.
Alright, put the talisman on the stone and kill what comes out. Got it. I'll come back to that in just a second. I'm gonna tackle this dolmen.
Most Atronachs are weak. Some are strong. Zymel Hariz, I summon you.
And now, violence!
The plan is in place.
Have an accord.
You are but an inconvenience.
Okay. Well, that poor guy did most of the work, and I just came in to get the credit at the very end. Yeah.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
I see you, little mortal. I've guarded this talisman for untold centuries, and you hope to purge me from it? Never. I will personally send you back to Molag Bal.
You did it. Wings of Akatosh.
A most
What was
gratifying
that thing?
resolution.
Julianos, I was wrong about how powerful the thing in the talisman was. My apologies.
It was the Dremora, is the talisman, all right?
Dremora? Oh, those are bad. Sorry. At least it's gone and we can use the talisman now. I have enough energy to open a portal for both of us to use. Are you ready to return to the redoubt?
Sure, but it's not our first time dealing with a Dremora. I think we had it handled. Okay.
This is it. All our work has led to this.
What's the next step?
We're ready to confront Angoff and destroy him. Thanks to you, he won't be able to hide from us now. I told Sir Lannis what happened out there. You should introduce yourself when you get a chance.
Okay.
Over here, we have much to discuss. The great King Casimir sent us to stop Angoff. With the combined might of the dragons, the Lion Guard, and you, Angoff will surely fall.
You see, like, the screen's kind of wavering. It's the heat effect from the fire that I am standing pretty much on top of. I'll help in any way I can.
Well said. But we can't just rush after the villain. First off, Angoff's toxic mist protects the approach to Cath-Badro. It rises from his vines and sickens anyone who breathes it in. The wizard Benelay believes you might be immune to its effects.
I have this talisman, but I don't know if it will protect me.
We have to chance it. We don't have any other options. A squad of dragons succumbed to the mist before they could retreat. Then that idiot Darien led a few Camlorn soldiers on an ill-conceived rescue mission, and they were overcome as well.
If the mist doesn't If the mist doesn't incapacitate me, and nope, I feel like, why does that word sound wrong? Incapacitate? Incapacitate! Oh my gosh. If the mist doesn't incapacitate me, I'll save the soldiers.
I hope the soldiers still live. That mist is deadly. And that fool from Camlorn, what was he thinking? He charged right into the mist after them.
Where should I look for your soldiers?
They couldn't have gotten too far into the graveyard. The poison mist acts fast. Hopefully, they stay together. Once you get them out of there, we can plan our attack against Angoff.
You mentioned troops from Camlorn?
A reckless noble named Darien led a handful of soldiers into Cath-Badro. He seemed intent on saving the dragons, but he was also extremely interested in getting closer to Angoff. He kept going on about werewolves.
Why is Giblets here?
Arcade blind me if I know. When the king mentioned your name, the dog perked up and stuck with us all the way from Daggerfall. Looks like he's happy to see you.
Giblets! Hi, Giblets.
Troubled times in Glenumbra, it seems. All I hear is bad news no matter where I turn. But the worst, as far as I'm concerned, is poor Crosswitch.
What happened to Crosswitch?
The damned Red Rooks are what happened. They're trying to turn our town into their base of operations. They took over the mine and threaten or kill anyone who gets in their way. Tamian Sellen is organizing a resistance to take back Crosswitch.
I thought the Red Rooks was just a run-of-the-mill bandits.
Perhaps, but these run-of-the-mill bandits are bleeding us dry. They're organized and dangerous. If you want to help, find Tamian Sellen at the inn. If you don't call attention to yourself, the Red Rooks will probably leave you alone.
Alright, I'll look for him when I get to Crosswitch. Alright, I picked up that one. Oh, a dangerous dream here.
I feel so weak.
Will no one help me?
Xander, I have a quest for Xander here, which I'm gonna have to do. Where am I going? Ah.
Help me.
Alright, well, welcome back. Continuing on right where I left you guys in the previous episode. We're gonna go do a quest. I didn't stop the recording. I just stopped it right when we finished that one quest. Oh, it looks like we're going into a dungeon.
Another chance at perfection.
This was used as a family mausoleum, but Than Drake the Repugnant adopted it as a laboratory for his vile necromantic experiments. Well, this should be fun. But there are no orders. Thanks to the successful efforts in Cath-Bedrid, our army continues to grow by leaps and bounds. The ancient cemetery has provided a significant portion of our undead troops, but we need more. Rumors have come to our attention concerning a nearby tomb known as the Ebon Crypt. Legend says that the crypt contains a dark creature of immeasurable power. This creature and its secrets must be ours. Find this crypt and report on your findings as soon as possible.
Divergence point! Ha! Fortuitous!
Spawned in right on top of me, and I only out of the corner of my eye saw his uniform, and that startled me so much. This is a big family if it was a family crypt. Oh, we're waiting for the Pause to appear.
I'm still fighting.
God of schemes, Lord of brutality, Father of vampires, hear us.
Stop calling the Prince of Death and Pestilence, please.
He's not the sharpest arrow in the quiver.
The NPCs are talking to each other, and the one goes, "He's not the sharpest arrow in the quiver." Respawn. Oh, thank you.
How invigorating!
Nothing.
New research awaits.
She's crazier than a cat on skooma. I wish those conversations would appear in captions, but they don't. They're so easy to miss, especially when you're in combat or whatever.
Hostilities ended. Now to relax.
How invigorating!
Might be something to aid your craft there.
Oh. Apparently there's a heavy stack somewhere around here. I'm looking, Xander. I'm looking. I don't see it. Where, buddy? He only says that when there's a heavy sack, but... Oh, wait.
That could prove useful in our work.
I didn't see it at all, but it just popped up, said heavy sack, so cool.
Good find, cohort.
Looks like we are fighting in a circle.
If we must. And tranquility.
Gross.
You need to get out of here right now. These mists are poisonous and... Wait, are you immune too? Mara's bosom, what's going on?
I think it has something to do with this talisman. Why aren't you affected?
I wish I knew. I didn't think. I just rushed in to help the Dragon Knights. My guards started gasping and falling to the ground, just like the Knights. But not me. These are the only survivors. But I don't think they'll last much longer.
Can we escort them out of here?
The mist is thicker toward the gate. They won't survive passing through it again. But the mist doesn't seem to affect the necromancers. Those amulets must protect them. Kill a few, take their amulets, and give them to the knights.
Alright, I'll get one for each of the surviving knights.
Better grab a couple of extras just in case anyone shows up while you're gone. I'll stay here and defend the knights from any wandering undead.
I really should take a look at those points. I have not looked at them for some time.
Mora's twitching tentacles. I'm glad that's done. We can use this. Distasteful. That was intellectually stimulating. Your fate is sealed!
These soldiers won't last much longer, and I don't have enough magic to extend my ward to protect them. Darian told me about the amulets. Did you get them? With any luck, they'll work like the talisman you're carrying.
Here are the amulets I required.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll put them on the wounded knights, and Darian can lead them to safety. Do you have any more? I might be able to use them to clear the mist.
Yes, I collected a few extras.
If I merge them and cast an amplification spell, I can increase the size of my protection ward. If I can get to a central point and hold the spell long enough, our troops will be able to get in. You just need to defend me while I do it.
All right, well, consider yourself defended.
Good. Meet me at the center of the graveyard. When Angoff notices what I'm doing, he's bound to send someone to stop me. If they interrupt me while I'm casting, the spell will fail, and that won't be good.
Okay.
Quickly now, before Angoff knows we're here. Are you ready to begin? Remember that I can't defend myself while I'm performing the ritual. You have to protect me.
All right, let's begin.
Stay close. You need to keep them off me until I finish. Stay close. You have to keep them away from me until I complete the ritual.
Diversion point! Ha!
Tries to stop us. That takes care of the mist, but who knows for how long. Let's not waste this opportunity. The time to strike at Angoff has arrived.
What's next?
This next bit is critical. I've seen what you can do, so I know you're up to it. Besides, we'd never have made it this far if not for you. You won't be able to just walk into Angoff's parlor and challenge him to a duel. He has minions. His kind always has minions. But don't let that stop you. We've come too far not to try to finish this.
Aren't you coming with me?
I'll follow you as soon as the soldiers get here. Oh, even better. Take this binding stone. Find a secure location inside the catacombs and use it to call me to you. I'll even bring some of the soldiers with me.
How will I know if a location is secure?
Some of the dead were protected by wards designed to prevent desecration. Look for a tomb with these wards and use the stone there. That should be safe enough for my purposes.
Alright, I'll summon you once I locate one of the wards. I just heard a cat meow. Was there a cat in here? Meow meow. Why did I hear a cat meow? The Great Cemetery of Cathbed Row is a burial ground of the Breton nobility for millennia. Now the resting place of the Breton kings has been defiled by the wreathing vines and dark necromancy of Angoff the Gravesinger.
Yes. Sir Lannis and his knights volunteered to come with me. But I only see Dame Alexine. There must have been too many of us for the Binding Stone. This isn't good. The other knights could have been scattered throughout the crypts.
Alright, I'll look for the missing knights on my way to face Angoth.
Good. But listen, there's only one way to get out of these crypts. You have to kill Angoth. I don't have any other way to deal with his various protections and defenses now that I'm down here. He dies, or we never leave. Those are our choices.
Okay. Did you see how her eyes kind of glowed in the fire? That's a kind of a detail that I forget exists in the early game.
Point.
I'm just glad there were some survivors at the mill. Could have been so much worse. Tavern, I said. Meet me in a tavern. There's no ale down here. Just zombies and tentacles. And where are the serving wenches? You promised me serving wenches. Oh well, at least your timing is perfect.
We do keep meeting in the most interesting places.
Dear Gabrielle's spell seems to have misfired. Luckily, a few of us were able to find each other. I also convinced the Bloodthorn cultist to tell me how to reach Angoth. I can be very persuasive when I put my mind to it.
What did you find out?
3 locks protect Angoth's inner sanctum. I doubt that even you can get in there by simply knocking. You need 3 shard keys to open the locks. They're well guarded, so you're gonna have to kill a few things to get them.
Alright, I'll find the shard keys.
I wish I could aid you, but I'm needed here. Lannis is good with a sword, but I'm better. I'll protect the survivors. Let Lannis know if you run into anyone else.
Where can I find these shard keys?
I don't know exactly, but the Bloodthorn cultist told me about the Guardians. Watch out for a summoned creature, an impassable trap, and a warrior spirit bound to Angoth's service.
Okay. And then we know this guy, don't we? We've met him before.
Wizard Benelay said you'd gotten inside and were hunting Angoth. We wanted to help, but I hope we haven't done more harm than good.
What happened down here?
We met Wizard Benelay outside. She said you'd use a binding stone to call us. Then suddenly we were down here in the dark and surrounded by a horde of undead. The rest of the contingent must be somewhere nearby.
More knights? Where?
My best guess? Deeper inside the catacombs. If you find any knights, send them this way. I'll hold the passage with this overconfident fool and his crazy friend. When they aren't flirting, they both fight like a whole platoon of orcs.
Oh, Gloria.
This poor soul doesn't have much time. His blood, it's boiling. That bite must have infected him. Even Falchu wasn't capable of this.
I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. I didn't realize this is when we met Darren. And the funny thing is I've done this land, so I clearly forgot all about him in my first playthrough. First 2 playthroughs. Well, 1.5 playthroughs. Maybe 1.25 playthrough. And my full playthrough, I don't really ever count as me, like, yeah, I completed a good chunk of the lands. But one that was very early game before, like, that was the alpha version, early access.
I'm glad that's done.
But 2, I did not do a very good job in reading or listening to any of the quests. This is the first time, because of me sharing this with you guys, this is the first time I've actually taken true, real time to really listen to what they're saying and read what's there.
By the 8, never creep up on a person, you're likely to get beheaded. You must be Wizard Benelay's friend.
You know me.
You're the mad fool who went into the catacombs ahead of us, aren't you? By the way, did the other knights make it? That binding spell seemed to throw me a bit short of the mark.
Sir Lannis and the others are nearby. You should meet up with them.
I'll head out as soon as I see a clear path. A word of warning, though. The lurcher in the chamber ahead is extremely tough. I'd keep it away from the totems surrounding it if you plan to challenge it.
Totems? I'll keep that in mind. Extremely tough, you say? Oh, that was terribly hard. Granted, I did use my ultimate spell to stop him. This little area. What are you guys doing back here? Hiding from the rest of your co-workers while you took a little break? We got fires.
I'm feeling hostility.
Nope. Sorry, Remosito. Pack up. I don't want you to get all toasty and warm.
Stay back. This area's trapped. Don't get caught like I did. I've been watching to see how it works. The trap has guardians. They're the key to disarming it, I believe.
We already defeated it. What guardians? Tell me what you've seen.
After each trap fires, there's a brief moment when you can disarm it. During this moment, you have to defeat its guardian. It's the only way.
You need to get back to the others.
So, I'm not the only one left? That's good to hear. I'm pretty exhausted, but I'll see if I can find them after I rest up for a few moments.
Do you have a massive scar on the side of your face, or was that just shadows? Ah, just shadows. Okay. Alright, I gotta take a look at the map. This way, turn around. You know what I just realized? Hold on. 1 second. So sorry. Okay.
choices!
You are the one who wishes to destroy my master. I know what you seek. I would tell you if I could, but instead I must thwart you.
I need answers, and the shard key.
The shard key is bound to my spirit, as surely as I am bound to guard it. But I wonder, will you listen to a riddle? A useful riddle?
How's a riddle useful to me right now? Girlfriend. My girlfriend. Yes, we'll listen to a riddle.
What cannot be said directly may be hinted at. Listen then. Rot and death are Angof's guise. Living flesh holds his demise. I must release the shard to the one who brings me what the living flesh beyond this crypt holds.
What are you talking about?
I cannot say directly, only through riddle. Seek what differs in the next room. Take what the living flesh holds, then unbind me with it.
Hey, buddy.
That spirit, his gaze, so hard and cold. He won't stop looking at me. He looks right through me. Why am I so cold?
The other knights are upstairs. You need to go join them.
They're here? That's great news. I'll go find them in a moment. But be careful around this spirit. I think he's cursed me already. My mind is blue and cold.
Let Sir Lannis know I'm sending anyone else I find to join them.
I'll tell him. Watch yourself down there. Angof has the entire place rigged with traps. We'll be lucky if any of us get out of here alive.
Okay, where am I going?
You come to destroy my master? I know what you seek. I would tell you a simple riddle, yet you already have the answer in your possession. That rune you hold is the key to releasing me. The living flesh holds the riddle answer no longer.
Is this rune what the living flesh held?
Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written.
Oh, okay, hold on. I actually don't know what it says. Quest items, maybe? Released from slumber, eternal darkness come forth.
You come to destroy? Yes, but take care what you say.
Released
the
from
words
slumber,
must be
eternal
repeated
darkness
exactly
come
as
forth.
written. Ah, it's done! Thanks, Stendar. Here, take the shard key. I am free to ascend at last. Destroy Angof. Avenge me and the others that have fallen victim to his crimes.
You bet. Okay. Angof the Gravesinger has desecrated the most hallowed vaults of Cath-Bedrid, usurping the crypts of the ancient Breton kings for his own vile purposes.
We'll do what we can to help. Just stay away from his vines.
So you are the vain fool who seeks to plague Lenumbra from my grasp.
Yep.
After I kill you, I shall raise you up and make you my slave.
before his magic destroys you. You did it! Now hurry. Through the portal you go.
Okay, that was fun.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Alright, maybe fun isn't the right word, but you were glorious. Angoff is finally dead. We can't thank you enough for what you've done.
I swear I didn't know that's what she was gonna say. Oh, where are the others?
The others have all collapsed in their tents. They're exhausted, but I wanted to welcome you back. And Sir Lannis wants to talk to you. He's telling the Lion Guard commander what happened.
What does Sir Lannis want?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to give you a medal or something. Well, go on. We'll be fine. I promise.
Up you go. Thank you.
The king will be grateful for what we've done here. Some of Angoff's minions are still running loose, but it's nothing we can't handle. Maybe things will finally return to normal now.
What about the vines throughout Glenumbra?
Without Angoff's magic, hopefully the vines will wither and die. If not, I'm sure the Mages Guild can conjure up a spell to clear them away. I'm not too concerned about them.
But something is worrying you.
Yes, but I can't put my finger on it. We've heard rumblings that things up north aren't looking any better. Not necessarily vines and such, but there are whispers of other things out there that we need to be concerned about.
What exactly have you heard?
I hear there's trouble in Koglin village. Something bad is happening up there. But don't worry about that right now. We just saved the people of Glenumbra. We should be celebrating. Now, where did I put it?
Where did you put what?
The king set aside this armor for the champion who defeated Angoff. It was a treasure of Daggerfall, and now it belongs to you. It's your reward for all you've done for this land and its people. May luck follow you wherever you go.
I'm taking notes on your progress.
Sir!
Just so you're aware.
Sir,
Galvanizing.
They took him, sir. The captain... They came at night. We couldn't.
Couldn't what? What happened?
We were returning from Daggerfall when our caravan was attacked. Bretons fighting with Daedra at their side. Killed most of us, but the captain, They took the captain.
Calm down, soldier. Did you see where they took him?
Stormhaven. Ruins. Near the border. They took him there.
Alright, I'll go find your captain. A dangerous dream. Okay. I gotta go all the way back down here, because I skipped this one. I didn't mean to.